Christmas is a special time of year, holding religious significance for many, serving as a season of gift-giving for others, and also offering a unique sports experience for some. In fact, its connection to sports is more significant than you might think. In today's episode, we've selected some historic sports moments that took place during the Christmas season. To begin, let's explore a long-standing tradition in England: football matches played on Christmas Day. While today games are typically held on Boxing Day, the day after Christmas, for many years, these matches were actually played on Christmas Day itself. Since the Victorian era in the United Kingdom, particularly during the latter half of the 19th century, football became a regular activity on Christmas Day for several reasons. Workers, who made up the majority of the public, had time off during this period, providing football clubs with the opportunity to attract larger audiences. Additionally, people preferred to spend more time outdoors during Christmas, as homes were often overcrowded, explains historian Martin Jonas in his book Christmas and the British. As a result, teams played many matches on Christmas and the days that followed. For example, in 1913, Liverpool played against Manchester City on Christmas Day, faced the same team again the following day for the return match, and then played Blackburn Rovers 2 days after Christmas. This was a common practice at the time. The last Christmas Day game in England took place in 1965 and in Scotland in 1976, as people began to prefer spending more time at home, with Christmas becoming a day dedicated to family. However, Boxing Day has remained an important day for football fans in the United Kingdom and for supporters of English football worldwide. Another historically significant moment occurred during World War I, known as the Christmas Truce. This event, which has become part of popular culture, involved a football match between German and British soldiers in 1914. Although the war began in September, on Christmas Day, soldiers across many parts of Western Europe, called temporary truces, exchanged gifts and played sports. Football, already widely popular and well understood, was played in no man's land. Soldiers mentioned this symbolic event from the 25th of December 1914 in their letters, describing how it helped them momentarily forget the horrors of war. These encounters highlight a paradox. World War I significantly contributed to the development of sports, a topic we will explore in another episode. So, please like and subscribe to our channel to discover more stories like this. Another sports tradition for Christmas is the NBA games. The most important national basketball competition has scheduled matches on Christmas Day since 1947, attracting significant interest from fans around the world. NBA games played on Christmas Day have produced some historic performances. For example, in 1961, Wilt Chamberlain scored 59 points and grabbed 36 rebounds, but his Philadelphia Warriors lost to the New York Knicks 136-135 in double overtime. 2 decades later, in 1984, Bernard King of the New York Knicks delivered the highest scoring performance in Christmas Day history with 60 points, although his team lost to the New Jersey Nets 120-114. Another memorable moment occurred in 2004, when former Los Angeles Lakers teammates Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal faced each other as opponents for the first time after playing together for 8 years. Bryant scored 42 points, but Shaq's Miami Heat won 104-102 in overtime. In the USA, not only NBA games are played on Christmas Day, but NFL games as well. One notable occasion was the longest game in NFL history. On December 25, 1971, the Miami Dolphins defeated the Kansas City Chiefs 27-24 in the AFC divisional game. The game lasted 82 minutes and 40 seconds, significantly longer than the typical 60-minute duration of an American football game. In fact, the game concluded more than 7 hours after it started. Other popular competitions take place exclusively on Christmas Day, such as the Peter Pan Cup, a swimming event held every Christmas morning in the waters of London's Serpentine Lake. This 100-yard race has been held continuously since 1864, making it one of the oldest Christmas sporting events in the world. Another sport that scheduled significant events on Christmas Day was boxing. The festive holiday atmosphere provided the perfect backdrop for some historic matches. One notable example took place in 1923, when American Harry Greb, nicknamed the Pittsburgh Windmill, the undisputed middleweight champion, fought Tommy Lundgren, known as the Philly Phantom, a top contender in the light heavyweight division, with Greb winning by a 10-round decision. Later, on December 25, 1933, Cuban boxer Eligio Sardinas Montalvo, known as Kid Chocolate, lost his world featherweight title in Philadelphia to Frankie Click. The legendary Sugar Ray Robinson spent Christmas Day in 1950 in Frankfurt, Germany, where he easily defeated local fighter Hans Stretz. Other sports with a tradition of holding games on Christmas eventually abandoned this practice. For example, the NHL, which scheduled hockey matches on December 25th for many decades, discontinued this tradition in 1971. Similarly, cricket, which often had matches on Christmas Day, has largely moved away from this custom and now rarely schedules games on the second day of Christmas. In conclusion, although many traditional competitions avoid scheduling events on Christmas, some sports have embraced the holiday by organizing festive competitions that attract audiences, particularly running and community events held on December 25th. Whether it's icy swims in London, Santa runs in Germany, or medieval street games in Scotland, Christmas can be a day not only for family and gifts, but also for celebrating sport in unique and memorable ways. Happy holidays, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share QED Sport Channel for many more episodes on sports history.